Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Rose Hill. I'm Olivia Schneeweiss.
And I'm Alice Quesada. Perhaps the most difficult position to fill at the high school is taking over for our art teacher, World Heritage, who is retiring at the end of the year. Levi Barton, a Rose Hill grad, has been given that position. Cindy Gilchrist has more on Barton.
Next year, the art room will be getting a new art teacher. Unfortunately, Levi Barton was unavailable for an over-the-phone interview, but Levi said in a written statement, "Since I'm a student of Hildreth, I take pride in the Rose Hill Art Department. It is where I caught my creative bug, and I think it is very fitting for me to take the torch from Hildreth and run with it. I'm ready to work with the high schoolers as opposed to middle schoolers, as they will have greater abilities. I am currently also very happily employed at Andover Central Middle School. This is my second year teaching. I hope to create a positive, long-lasting relationship with my students, and I hope to create an atmosphere that creates highly skilled, creative, and self-driven artists. Skills are very important as they are the foundation of our creativity. I hope to get our students to the point where they can fully articulate themselves through their art. This will ultimately strengthen creative behaviors, problem-solving skills, and independent thinking. All of these abilities will enrich and enhance the lives of my students." From Wake Up Rose Hill, I'm Sydney Gilchrist.
Much like Barton replacing Hildreth, Emily Fergie will be replacing longtime nurse Terry Coaster, who is also retiring. Fergie is currently working at a surgery center. Alex has a story.
Emily Forgy is a local of Rose Hill who has lived here her whole life, and when she heard the high school was in need of a nurse this coming school year, she jumped on the opportunity.
So I've been in Rose Hill basically my whole life, and so I'm part of the Rose Hill Facebook group, and I saw last fall that it was Nurse Terry's last year with the K's Club and some of the events that she was doing at the football game. And so I just kind of kept an eye out on the website, and then when it posted, I applied.
Fergie has been a nurse for 16 years and has had multiple nursing jobs, and even used to work with the Kids Club program in Rose Hill.
A long time ago, I actually worked at the Kids Club program when I was 20 some years ago. So I worked before school, after school with the Latchkey program there. And then where I'm a nurse at right now is at a surgery center, and we do all sorts of ages. So we're starting at like 3 months all the way to 100 years old and everybody in between.
For Wake Up Rose Hill, I'm Alex Quesada. Randall Allison is currently working at a tech school in Oklahoma, but next year he will be teaching math at RHHS. Taken Belcher gives you more information on Allison.
Rose Hill High School has hired Randall Allison to replace Ashley Brooks. Allison currently teaches at Central Technology School in Drumright, Oklahoma, as the AP Calculus, Pre-Calculus, and Algebra 2 teacher. He's looking forward to the smaller community.
So I like the community. I like how close-knit and smaller it is. I mean, I've taught in larger schools before, but it's nice to have smaller class numbers so that you can really get to know your students and help them on an individual level instead of just at broad strokes, everybody gets the same kind of thing. And we're looking for a place for my daughter and my son to be enrolled in, and Rose Hill looked really appealing. So, yeah, I mean, and I get to teach calculus, which is also a big plus. It's one of my favorite subjects to teach.
Rose Hill has provided Allison a place where he could be happy at his job while also being content at home. It provided a good workplace and a place where his family could thrive.
I mean, it's important to know that, like, you want to be happy at your job, but you want to be happy at home as well. In Rose Hill kind of fit both of those niches at the same time, which is really handy. I'd be fulfilled by having smaller class numbers and teaching the subjects that I really, really, really want to teach. And also, it's a small community that my kids and my family will thrive in. So, I mean, it fit both, which was handy. I mean, is it hard to find both? Yeah. But I luckily found Rose Hill, so I'm excited about it.
For Wake Up Rose Hill, I'm Tegan Belcher.
There are still 4 positions that need to be filled at the high school before next school year: physics, social studies, physical science, and the head boys basketball coach. Principal Shannon Haydock says the process is coming along, albeit slowly.
We're not having a lot of applicants for the physics position. Although we have had an interview with a person, and then we have another interview set up for this week. So we're hopeful that something positive will come out of the interview that we have this week. Social studies position, we've had quite a bit of interest in that position. We have over we're in double digits with the number of applicants we have, so that's good. That process is getting ready to start up this week as far as trying to bring some people in to interview and to fill that position.
At the conclusion of this school year, both the students and staff at RHHS will be receiving new computers. Olivia spoke with the teachers about what they are looking forward to with the new computers.
For years, Rose Hill High School received new laptops, but with COVID, it has been 5 years since we've seen an upgrade. The new computers will be 13-inch MacBook Airs, which are slightly bigger than our current 11-inch MacBook Airs. I asked teachers what they thought of the new upgrade.
So I'm really excited about the longer battery life. I have to often charge my computer during class a lot, so I'm excited for that.
Yes, I'm very excited about the new computers. I'm excited to have computers where the battery charge will last the entire day. Computers are getting a little sluggish. Seems like they're having a hard time connecting to the Wi-Fi sometimes, and takes a while to open pages, things like that. So I'm excited to see what new things are out there.
Computers? What? That's wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. Well, I would like to see a faster processing. The other computers that we have right now, I know some students are having problems with it, maintaining the battery power levels. And I also know that some of them have little chips. Some keys might be missing. The chargers also are starting to get a little frayed around the wiring where it connects and stuff. So I just think that these computers have seen their better days.
The old computers will be purchased by a recycling company. They will refurbish some of the laptops and e-waste those that cannot be refurbished. For Wake Up Rose Hill, I'm Olivia Schneewise. Coming up next, we have this episode's Teacher, Student, and Athlete of the Week. And later, spring sports are underway at Rose Hill High School, and Hayden gives you all the updates in baseball, softball, and track. We'll be right back.
Louise Cafe is the longest standing restaurant in Rose Hill. It is located off of Rose Hill Road across from the district office. They serve American, barbecue, burgers, Cajun, hot dogs, sandwiches, and seafood. Louise is open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., except Sundays. You can reach them at 316-776-9005.
Happy House has been in Rose Hill for years. It is located on Silk Knitter, right off of Rose Hill Road. They serve many different kinds of Chinese food. They are open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 10:30 to 9, Friday from 10:30 to 10, and Sunday from 11 to 9, and are closed on Mondays. You can reach them at 316-776-7888.
Do you enjoy books, movies, and puzzles? If so, come on down to the Rose Hill Public Library, located at 306 North Rose Hill Road. It offers books for all ages, story time for young children, and free internet access. Open from 9 to 7 on Monday through Thursday, 9 to 1 on Saturday, and closed on Sunday and Friday.
For 21 years, Jenny Page has been teaching physical education at RHHS and has been a girls basketball coach twice, and recently started helping with the cross-country and girls softball programs. Cindy Lacoste has more on Page, who is currently our Student of the Week.
Jenny Page has worked here at Rose Hill High School for over 20 years, and she is this episode's Teacher of the Week. She says her favorite part of teaching at the high school is knowing lots of people in the community.
I think just, after you've been doing it this long, I think it's just the kids and getting to see them again, and they're starting to have kids of their own and families of their own, so getting to see them and catch up has been the best.
Paige is newly coaching the softball team this year. She also coaches cross country and girls basketball. Basketball is her favorite sport to coach because it teaches teamwork and life skills.
I'm actually coaching softball now too this year, but I'm still going to go with basketball just because I grew up playing that. It's my favorite. I think coaching, it's just a longer season, so you get to know the kids a little bit more, and lots of trials and tribulations, and I think it teaches so much more about life lessons.
For Wake Up Rose Hill, I'm Sydney Lacoste.
Cameron Yardley is a varsity basketball and softball player, carries one of the top grade point averages in the junior class, and is also our Student of the Week. Scotty Carr and Dawson McNall have the story.
Wake Up Rose Hill's Student of the Week is Cameron Yardley. She has attended Rose Hill for 12 years. Yardley gives some advice for new students.
to be involved in everything, like just as much as possible, because if you're not, it's just kind of boring.
Yardley is involved in band, Stuco, NHS, Green Club, basketball, and softball, in which she can pitch a 62-mile-per-hour fastball. Yardley enjoys not having a college class during second hour.
Not having a college class during second hour and going to Casey's with Rissa.
Yardley tells us who her best friend at Rose Hill is.
Alyssa Fair, because she likes crystals too.
For Wake Up Rose Hill, I'm Scotty Carr.
Last season, Kate Dare took 4th place in the 100-meter race at the 4A stake track meet. Dare is this episode's Athlete of the Week. Jordan Croft has more.
Our Athlete of the Week is junior track athlete Kate Dare. She has shown true potential in becoming a state champion this year in track. After transferring to the Rose Hill School District just last year, she's made a huge impact on the high school's track team. Kate competes in the 100, 200, 400 meter, and the 4x4 relay. After placing 4th at the state meet last year in the 100 meter, Kate knows she has to improve on her times and improve her endurance to be more successful this year.
I don't know, I need to work on my endurance this season to improve because I'm just not good at finishing races, and that's where I struggle the most.
Coach Brandon Barger has coached Dare in both track and cross country. With coaching her in 2 sports, Barger knows how to push Dare to her greatest potential and make her a better athlete. Both her ability and her mindset make Barger optimistic in the outcome of the state competition this coming year.
Well, I always like to think that chances are always good. It's whatever you put into it. She has very good chances to get maybe, be a state champion, either the 100 or 200 or even maybe the 400. She's so adaptable to those events. I've always since my whole thing, haven't had a state champion yet, so it'd be nice to do it this year, especially with her and how much work she puts into this. She's kind of banged up a little bit, but hopefully that we can get her going, and she's got a lot of potential.
Barger is hopeful that Dare will be very successful this year, with her amazing work ethic and determination to improve every single day. Not only does Dare possess great ability, but her positive mindset allows her to be a true competitor and athlete.
She definitely has a lot of ability, but she also works at it as well. She always wants to work after practice, and sometimes we have to tell her to shut down a little bit so she doesn't re-aggravate an injury or something like that. But she always wants to push, and if she's injured, she wants to run through it. So I just going to have to take like a stone wall or something to make her stop.
For Wake Up Rose Hill, I'm Jordan Croft.
Hayden has sports coming up on the other side of this commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hode's Veterinary Health Center is a full-service veterinary hospital. Serving cats and dogs all the way to horses, cows, and llamas, the team at Hode's loves all animals. Wellness exams, vaccinations, surgery, dentistry, house calls, and emergency care are all under the umbrella of care provided by Hode's 5 experienced veterinarians. They are accepting new clients. Visit them at 1060 North Rose Hill Road on the east side of the road, or give them a call at 316-260-5019.
The Historical Society's goal is to collect, preserve, exhibit, and promote the heritage of the community. They achieve this with collecting memorabilia and by providing programs to teach the youth of the history of this quaint little town. Their website is rosehillhistoricalsociety.com, and on there can be found the links to their donations and even more information about the history of Rose Hill.
Rose Hill High School is a school in Rose Hill that teaches grades 9 through 12. The school is an open district and has a student body of about 550 students. Here we have a small school atmosphere, although there are many clubs and sports teams you can join. Due to the small number of students, classes only have about 20 students. The principal of the high school is Mr. Shannon Haydock, and the assistant principal is Mr. Aaron Jackson. In the near future, new renovations will be added to the school, such as new floors and lights. There is also a section of the building for Butler Community College, so you are able to take college classes while you're still in high school. The Rose Hill School District is on the south side of town on the east side of Rose Hill Road.
Last Thursday, the baseball team played Buhler at home. Let's look at the highlights. Despite having a 2-0 lead in the first inning, the Rockets lost 10-4 in Game 1 and dropped the second game 10-3. The Rockets had a combined 11 errors in the doubleheader. The Crusaders outhit the Rockets 15-9. Pitcher Cooper Nace took the loss in Game 1, and starting pitcher Colton Roberts took the loss in Game 2. The Rockets softball team also took on Buhler, but the results were much different. The Rockets took advantage of Buhler's 6 errors in the games and had 25 hits in the doubleheader. The Lady Rockets beat the Crusaders in Game 1 15-0 and also came away with a 14-3 victory in Game 2. Girls and boys track traveled to Andover on Monday for the early bird meet. Kate Dare took first in the 100 and 200, Tegan Cobb took first in the 110 high hurdles, Jillian Rockley took first in triple jump, and Carter Wagner took first in high jump. The boys relay team took first in the 4x1 and 4x4. The girls took first in the 4x4 and 4x8. Alex, back to you.
Thanks, Hayden. That's all the time we have today. I'm Alex Quezada. Thanks for watching.
Check out Rocket Productions on all social media platforms. I'm Olivia Schneeweiss, and we'll see you next time on Wake Up Rose Hill.